Awaken to hair growth. Awaken to hair growth because there is possibility to get your hair back. Awaken to hair growth because we're not told that we're able to conquer and overcome alopecia. Awaken to hair growth because I want to be a positive light and beacon for you because I've healed my alopecia and now I help others do the same with different types of alopecia, men, women, children of all ages, of all races and ethnicities. Welcome back to the Alopecia Angel podcast, Awaken to Hair Growth. Today, we're going to talk about case studies and a couple of my clients who have wowed me, who have absolutely broke through and created transformation. And transformation happens when we are embracing new learnings, when we're implementing and taking the steps necessary to get the results we want. Transformation happens when we are committed to ourselves, when we're committed to our hair growth and our health, and know that the easy route won't work. The easy route towards health and hair growth is not the answer because you will not see long-term results, guaranteed. So today, let's go ahead and highlight 3 clients of mine, one with Alopecia Areata, another one with Alopecia Totalis, and another one with Alopecia Universalis. So today, I'm changing the names just to protect privacy, but let's start with Alopecia Areata. Her name is Katie, and Katie came to me, and she was a single mom, had a lot on her plate. She's a nurse and lives in Chicago, and she was one of my really early clients. And we did some coaching. We did the evaluation. I got her on the program. And by the end of the 2 months that we were together, she had already started to see hair growth. But the best part wasn't the hair growth. That was, the frosting on the cake. What had actually happened was that she started taking on my recipe. She started taking on these new learnings and sharing it with her 12-year-old daughter. So her daughter didn't have alopecia. She did. The mom did. And she brought in her daughter into the kitchen, had her learn about all these things, and was teaching her everything that she was learning in my program. And I encouraged this very much because no one taught me health. No one taught me nutrition. No one taught me many things. Not my parents, not schools, not teachers, not the government, not anyone. Teachers, doctors, nobody taught me anything in relation to health. And the health classes that we had in college, or, in 8th grade are very basic, very superficial, and very one size fits all. And things have changed. And so due to this, an in-depth perspective is necessary, especially when you're dealing with alopecia. And she was able to share these learnings and have her daughter also start to make better choices at the school cafeteria, or when she's out with her friends, or when she is on vacation, or when she is living day to day. And so together they're able to support each other and create a healthier household. That was another side effect to her achieving her hair growth. In essence too, she also caught the blind spots, which we are all doomed to repeat and have if we don't clear it up. And in essence, all her acne, now she was a mom, granted, so she was I believe she was in her 40s, and she was still dealing with acne. She was still dealing with a lot of headaches and migraines. And all these went away. The headaches went away. The migraines went away. The aches and pains went away. The acne went away. Her skin brightened. And on top of it, she was able to share this experience with her daughter, be a better mom for her daughter, be able to understand what she needs to do to not have alopecia come back. And this was Areata. So she saw hair growth in less than 2 months. And then once those holes filled in, then she was complete. She was 100% complete. Back to normal, back to being a great mom, a better mom probably than before. Because at the end of the day, alopecia does affect you in every area of your life. If you're not feeling good, if you're having fatigue, if you're having insomnia, if you're not sleeping well, if you're having all these situations and symptoms happen all at the same time, which many of you do, and I've experienced personally, then yeah, it will affect you. And you will be maybe groggy at work, maybe more irritable at home. And this just perpetuates in every aspect of our lives. And our next case study and client that I had that I would love to share his achievements with is Brian. I've changed his name. He's out of LA and he works in movies and in the entertainment industry. He had alopecia universalis for over 20 years. At 45, he came to me and he said, Johanna, I've had alopecia universalis for over 20 years. What can you do for me? And I was just like, well, you can do the program. We can do some coaching and let's see what happens. And he did. He took a leap of faith, and in 4 weeks, I'm not exaggerating, in 4 weeks, he started to see hair on his legs, on his chin, on his head, and on his arms. In 4 weeks, after 20 years of being completely bald everywhere, completely hairless everywhere. And he was ecstatic. And all he wanted really was his beard. He told me, alopecia areata started back in my 20s. It started with a bald spot in my beard and it just progressed from there. And this gentleman was fit. This gentleman, took care of his weight. This gentleman had some other instances and things that were holding him back. And once you're able to talk about those things and work through them and get the solutions, then the results come. Alopecia universalis for 20 years. And then all of a sudden in 4 weeks, growth. That's impressive. Very impressive what your body is able to do, how your body is able to ramp up and get ready just enough so that the support that you're giving it allows it to free flow. It's like having a dam. Alopecia is like that. It's like having a dam where all the water is building up and the hair growth cannot come through. The hair growth cannot come through because the water is stuck, because the energy, the supportive nature that we're needing to give our bodies is stuck somewhere. Just like cargo is stuck at the shipyards or at the ports and they can't get through to the warehouses for people to buy the things or to ship to their homes, it's stuck. Once we learn to support the body, then hair and health can flow freely. Hair and health can automatically do its thing. Your body is a perfect machine. But just like every machine, it needs to be supported. If you don't change the batteries to your clock, it's going to stop running. If you don't put in gasoline and do maintenance and do tune-ups and all these other things that your car needs, it's going to stop running eventually. And I think our bodies are very much the same. If we don't do the maintenance, if we don't take care of it, if we don't put in the premium gasoline, if we don't, take care of it, it will run down and it will stop working at some point. And so this is very, very important to understand, but then to also see that, boom, you can have results in less time. You really can. And Katie, my first example, she was a teacher. She was a nurse. She was a nurse. So she was already in the health and wellness industry, but yet, there was issues there where she still got alopecia. She went to all the doctors around her and still no help, and came to me, found me, and we got her going. In less than 2 months, she was on her way. And Brian, I have to pause and think about these names that I've changed them to. Brian also saw results in less time. And it's absolutely amazing what you can do. And he's like, Johanna, there's hair everywhere except on my beard. I need more hair on my beard. And so I cannot dictate where the hair is going to come, but I can say your body will adapt. Your body is wanting to heal. Your body wants this energy, this flow, this support. because if you don't support it, it can't do its job. It really can't. My next client, her name is Stephanie. Let's call her Stephanie. And she was a personal trainer, also in her late 40s, like 46, 47, mother of two, stunning body. She's like, I'm a personal trainer. I have abs to show for it. She sent me a picture of herself in a bikini, and she's adorable. She's a very, very kind, gentle person, a loving mother, loving wife. And, you know, she lives in a sunny area of the United States. And she told me, you know, I have rock solid abs. I'm super fit. I'm a personal trainer. What can you do for me? And she was going through alopecia as well. And I told her, this is the solution. You need the program. You need the evaluation. Let's go through this. Let me hold your hand little by little. And lo and behold, she was having lots of issues. She had back acne for over 20 years. She's 46, mind you. And still health and wellness industry, but still not getting the results she wants. Back acne for over 20 years. And she also had some digestive issues. She was constipated constantly. And still, I mean, sure, rock solid body, beautiful lady, but still with alopecia, digestive issues, constipation, and the back acne. No one wants acne, especially in your 40s. And by day 19, in less than 3 weeks of doing the program, the acne went away and she saw hair growth, full hair growth. She was coming through and it was just starting to sprout left and right. And when she emailed me, when she texted me, when she called me, she was absolutely through the roof. She's like, Johanna, my skin has never looked so good. Johanna, my acne is gone for the first time in over 20 years. Johanna, my husband keeps telling me how beautiful I am, how beautiful everything is looking. My skin on my back, on my face, all over my body. She's like, I'm rejuvenated from the inside out. And I told her, Stephanie, this is all you. I've given you the tools. You've implemented it. And that's what we need. You know, you don't need to know how to build a house to be able to build a house. You don't need to know how to change a leaky roof when you can have guidance and you can have the tools. So in all three of these examples, healing was fast and to the forefront. Healing was rapid with huge results. And it was transformational because it's not just the hair, but it's not having the constipation anymore. It's not fearing having to go number 2 every day. In her case, it's taking away the acne on her back. It's having glowing skin. It's having those migraines go away. I've had numerous clients with migraines, and that's the first thing that goes away is all the migraines, all the tummy pains, all the digestive issues. The fatigue goes away. The anxiety goes away. The insomnia goes away. And healing just naturally happens once we take out those blind spots, create a better option for you, and support the body. There's magic that happens there once you learn something new, once you discover how to do things better, once you discover how to truly support the body. Again, no one's teaching us this. And clearly the nutritionist, the nurse, the personal trainer, they got it wrong. And this is why you and I got it wrong as well. Because if they can't figure it out, it's going to take a lot more time and a lot more investigation to really figure out. And again, it's not one size fits all. And this is why they still get it wrong. I had a nutritionist come to me, and she was a clinical nutritionist, and we went over her evaluation form. And just so you know, my evaluation form is not like 1 page, it's 10 pages long. And so 10 pages long of nitty gritty detail. And I can put these pieces together and really demonstrate, okay, this is where you're going wrong. You should not be eating this. What are you doing with this supplement? What are you doing with this? And I can start asking questions. And this clinical nutritionist got a lot of things wrong. She was so confident, arrogant, very like, I know it all. And I welcome you. I welcome all the know-it-alls. I welcome everyone from a know-it-all to who are, humbled by the experience of alopecia like I was, and say, I don't know it. And I'm going to know it. And I'm going to find out how to get this under control. I'm going to find out how to heal it and put it away, put it to sleep, like I like to say. And so this clinical nutritionist came to me after like 3 years of following me on Instagram and social media. And that evaluation form was just blatant, so many key things that she was missing. And I was just like, nope, you're wrong here. This needs to change. This needs to change. And again, like, you can be super educated in one area or another. And I commend you for that. I commend you for any education that you can bring to the table. That's more tools. That's just more reinforcement. But just like you can say, it's a cloudy day, the sun didn't come out today. And I'm going to tell you, well, actually the sun did come out. We just can't see it. It's just a different perspective. And this different perspective allows for more possibility. And on the flip side, it's also like learning how to swim. So we can read all we want about learning how to swim. And you can be super knowledgeable on learning how to swim. But if you haven't been in the water, if you have not applied anything or tried to swim in the ocean, do you think you know how to swim? Do you really think you know how to swim if you've only read about it and not have ever touched water or gone into the ocean or into a pool to figure out if you can actually apply everything and that you can do it right without drowning? No. You have to get into the ocean. You have to get into, the water to be able to learn how to swim. It's not just going to come from a book. You have to be in it and you have to apply it. And so I hope these stories of my clients can bring a positive light to you, can bring almost peace of mind in an essence, and you can embrace it, because I'm here sitting in front of you, technically, for those of you watching me on the video portion, with a full head of hair, happy as can be. Yes, I've overcome alopecia, but I'm just one example. Now, what about repeating the example? What about repeating the example in other cases, in other people? And it's all possible. It really is, regardless of your background, race, age, how long you've had alopecia for, it's all possible. And these 3 stories are just the tip of the iceberg in terms of people who healed, in terms of people who really get to the root cause, who really embrace their blind spots, who really embrace that there is a possibility to this, have a leap of faith, and get the results. Boom. I know if they can do it, if I could do it, I know you can too. I have faith in you, and I have faith and confidence that this is possible for everybody. I'll see you next time on the podcast. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Alopecia Angel podcast, a positive light in healing alopecia. You can do this, and we can help. Spread the word that reversing alopecia is possible by telling your friends and family.